Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are well. Welcome to our second Founders Live today on our final day of our autumn fair, which ends tonight, sadly, at midnight. So we have the wonderful mother and daughter duo from the beautiful handbag brand called Taylor Yates. And I am going to have them on with us. They have kindly offered us an exclusive code for their black and white range. So I am going to go live. They are... Hi, how are you doing?
I'm really good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So you're on your own today? No.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. She had that cough that's going around has sort of got her, so it's just me.
Oh, well, I am so delighted. So thank you for so much, Karen, for coming on board on our autumn fair. And you've kindly offered a beautiful discount code, which is available at the moment via the link in our bio, which will take you directly to your page. So for all the people that are joining us this morning, you are really welcome. And we are delighted to have you. And so, Karen, tell us a little bit about Taylor Yates. Who is Taylor Yates? What is Taylor Yates? Share with us a little bit about yourselves.
Yeah, well, thanks very much. We're delighted to be involved. The brands that you've got involved are beautiful. I've been looking all weekend and doing a bit of shopping, so it's great. So Taylor Yates, yeah, we're actually going to be 6 years old on Friday.
Oh, congratulations. Happy birthday.
Thank you. So that's since we launched. So as you said, myself and my daughter started the brand, and we started with luxury leather handbags. The intention was always that we would move into different categories as we grew. And the handbags are all made British leather. They're all made in Somerset by hand. We do 10 at a time. Sustainability, a little bit like yourself, very much at the core of what we do. And really, our brand is all about trying to change that luxury model, make it much more progressive, responsible, and inclusive.
Yeah. Absolutely. No, it is. It's amazing. I can't believe you're 6. This time last year, I think we were celebrating your 5th birthday in Belfast in an event. So honestly, the years are flying in, but your bags are incredible. First and foremost, before we go into the range that you've kindly put an exclusive discount code with, tell us a little bit about the background of the names behind your bags, because I find this incredible. The story behind them.
The stories, yeah. So when we started, we actually were really lucky. We managed to get, we had a cup of tea with Karen Millen, actually. And Karen said to me at that meeting, whatever you do, just make sure when you launch, make it really, really sort of, what's the word? Just really small and focused. So we came up with 5 shapes and 5 bags initially, and we wanted to give them some sort of a name, but we didn't really know. And basically then Ellen and I were, I think, traveling to Belfast, and I said, I've got it. So they're all named after the women I grew up with. So we launched with Alice, which is the hobo, which is the larger of the bags, and Alice was my nana. And then we had Tilly, which is the mini version of that one, which was the nickname my dad gave to my mum. And then we had Mavis, who was my aunt, Mary, who was really, really lively, happy woman, always had a lipstick and a handbag, and she was my nana's sister. And then we had Doris, and Doris is the little clutch, which was the hairdresser that was literally at the end of my nana's garden. And I spent every Saturday morning listening to these really strong women, you know, just talking. And I suppose that's where I got some of my determination and values from. So it just felt like the right thing. So and on from that, as we've grown, we've then gone and looked for a few more aunts and got a few more names.
I know, and it's incredible what you're doing, and the idea that everything is so you're a socially conscious brand, you're sustainably minded, so everything that you do, it has an effect in the environment and people around you, and you're really supportive of charities as well, which is great, which we've been delighted to be involved with. So the idea that your bags are sustainable, the leather is sustainable, how does that work?
It's well, it's interesting. I think the conversation around sort of what become known as vegan leather and then leather is starting to change now, which is really good, because actually leather is arguably one of the most sustainable products we have out there, materials we have out there. We only use leather that is a product of the food production, a byproduct. We also now launched, probably, gosh, 2 summers ago now, the Reclaimed collection. And the Reclaimed collection is leather that's literally been sat on the shelf. So people might have heard of dead stock with fabrics. Same sort of thing. It's leather that was sitting there that we have then taken and turned into a beautiful product. And down the line, because our leather is the leather used for jackets and gloves, that will also mean we can do clothing.
Yeah, and I mean, just to explain that leather, what it feels like, it's not your typical handbag leather, the tough, it is soft, but it's durable, and it's the most beautiful buttery like leather that you have. So that's what you talk about, that's the leather from gloves and
yeah
oh.
Because whenever, and it enables us to do shapes that you wouldn't normally be able to do, and it means that they move with you and grow. So when we started, we were told we couldn't do that, but we came up with a structure because my background, I used to work for a company that made clothes for M&S back in the day, so I knew a little bit about construction. So we were able to put materials and work with the factory to stabilize it, because obviously it can stretch. You get a leather jacket and they'll say, oh, don't worry about the size of it, it'll stretch. So we needed to minimize that stretch in the handbags in terms of the way that we construct it. But I wanted that really beautiful soft leather like you used to get, because a lot of leather now, actually, believe it or not, actually has a plastic finish on it.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it's really not very good. It's actually coated to make it last, but it's not sustainable. You can't, like leather will biodegrade as long as it's leather. But
It's leather, and you don't add the added bits to it. So tell us, where are you based?
So we're based in Bushmills. So some people have heard of the Giant's Causeway or Bushmills Whiskey. So we're literally sandwiched in between the two of them. We have a studio store. We have a gorgeous team. We have Nairi, who's our store manager, and then we have Anya, who's working with the marketing and product, and then Ellen and myself. So studio store here, and then obviously online. And we do also stock stories as well, if you're in Northern.
Yes, you do. And do you ship worldwide as well?
Yes, yeah, we have free shipping in the UK. And then at the moment, yeah, there's a small charge for shipping worldwide, but we ship regularly to America and Scandinavia and Europe.
Oh, fabulous. No, that's good to know. So what I would love to talk about is your products that you've put into this fabulous discount the autumn fair this week. I'm saying this weekend, I'm still caught in the weekend, even though we're out of the weekend. It's all, our autumn fair is running until midnight tonight. So why don't you, I know it's the black and white, is it, am I correct? So it's the black and white, the ones that are in it. So have you any with you that you can show us? And
yeah, I'm in the store actually, so I can probably grab a few as well. But this one, you can see that one there. This is Elsie. So if Elsie is a gorgeous, and you can see the softness. So gorgeous clutch, and it has a long strap to go across body. But the way that we like to do it, if I can stand back there, is if you put the short. If you knot the strap, you can wear it like that as well. So all of the pretty much all of the black bags, and then we have the Tilly in white, which we only made 5 of these. So this is reclaimed. So this is the leather that was on the shelf, and there's literally only 5 of them made. I think there's probably 2 maybe left of those.
Okay.
And then I'll not show all of them to you, but the other one that we have, which is really popular. And again, this one, I've been through the airport with this bag and people think it's a leather jacket. So this one is Agnes. So this
beautiful.
is mini Agnes, which is a great little slouchy bag.
And can you put that across? Is that?
Yes, you can. Sort of depends on your sort of your shape. But yeah, I can certainly wear it. I can wear it like that, which I love.
I love it. I do love it. It's stunning. And the other one that I absolutely love is the Norma. Have you got the Norma with you?
Yeah, Norma. I have. There we go.
I'm going to have you running around the shop.
That's perfect. I love Norma as well. So Norma was actually named after my mom as well. That was her proper name. But Norma, the rings took quite a long time for us to get right. And yeah, we spent a lot. It was based on a 90s bag that she bought me.
Yeah.
And then we redesigned it.
It's absolutely stunning. And what colors does that come in, Karen, as well?
So for the offer, it's in black, but we also have it in porcini. We have it in storm, which is these two colors. Porcini was reclaimed as well. That was made for headphones.
Oh,
Then we have it in petrol and forest as well.
oh, lovely. Yes, they're beautiful colors.
Then plum. So the petrol would be our. In fact, I put the plum with it actually because they're really beautiful autumnal colours. But all of our colours tend to run through the year. But that's the three.
Yes.
The three colours. They're all very much distinct to us as a brand. So.
Yes, they're stunning, and I love the fact that they are recycled from headphone. Did you say material? Oh my goodness!
Yeah, one was actually we went to the factory and we were looking at different sort of reclaimed leather, and they brought this piece to me and said, "Oh, we've got a little bit of this," and I said, "Where's it from?" And apparently, it was made for the headphone manufacturer. And we called it Porcini because for me it's very Tom Ford.
Yeah.
It's got that beautiful sort of tone, but it reacted. I don't know why they rejected it, but they rejected a lot. So we put part of the core collection now. So yeah, it's lovely.
No, it's amazing, and also then you obviously manufacture in very small quantities, so they aren't. You're not pushing out there large quantities.
No, not at all.
They're very exclusive. When you get one of these bags, you're not going to see them. Everybody walking around with them on the high street.
No, we still make in 10s at a time. So we were very lucky. We found a factory in Somerset and a team to work with who've been amazing. So we make 10 at a time, and you also get a little card with each bag to tell you what number bag, particularly with the reclaim. So if we've like the white one, if we've only made 5, you will get 1 of 5 or 2 of 5 or 3 of 5, and then that will be it. They won't be repeated because obviously, as you know, the whole thing around the United Nations goals and the sustainability goals, overproduction is not something that we want to get involved in at all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about socially conscious brand. What does that mean? Because I know that you are so at the forefront of giving back. So everything that you do, you give back to the community in some shape or form, whether that is, I know you were involved with planting trees with you put so many sales, but you also give back into community sort of charities as well. So talk to me a little bit about why that's so important to you.
Well, I suppose for me, again, it goes back to those ladies that we named the bags after. It's that idea that it shouldn't matter, where you're born, how much money you have. You should have access to whatever you want. And it's been really important to me that you start and grow a brand with that at the core. So Tom Shoes is the example that I always use, because back when I started this, I was like, I want to be like, a brand that can do what Tom Shoes does. And at the beginning, we didn't really have the ability to necessarily give back with each sale. But now a percentage of each sale of each handbag goes towards our current charity, which I'll tell you about in a moment. And then we also plant a tree. So each one of the team plants a tree every day. So every week we have that minimum amount of trees planted. And then each bag, we also plant a tree. We've been doing that since Earth Day 2020. But Glow, who you've been really kind and helped us with as well through events, Glow are giving life opportunities for women. They're based on the Peace Line in Belfast. They help literally women from sort of 8 to 80. It's all about self-confidence and self-esteem and skills. And we actually did a collaboration with them earlier on this year, where we have hoodies now. And the hoodies have Glow on embroidered. They do the embroidery for us. And £5 from each one of those goes to Glow as well. So, but business was always supposed to be a force for good. And not just talk about it, we need to do it.
Yeah. Excellent. And you are part of the Positive Luxury as well, so that you are committed to sustainable values, and you make sure that your whole supply chain is all aligned with your ethos as well. So and that's something I know has been very important to you from the beginning also.
Yeah, I mean, I think we probably, to be fair, we're probably a work in progress. We don't have plastic involved from the factory. So the factory used to send us everything wrapped in plastic and bubble wrap, and we were like, please no. And eventually we offered to ship it back to them, and then they stopped. So that was good. But we did a climate literacy program this year, and we discovered that if we use reclaimed leather, we potentially save 80% of the carbon that would be produced by dyeing, new leather. So we committed to saving 30 tons of carbon this year, but we haven't really been shouting about it yet because I found that piece of information, but nobody's been able to give me the proof. And I think part of the, as you know, part of the sort of difficulty in this space of sustainability now is that, there's lots of people saying, yeah, we're doing this, and yeah, we're totally sustainable, yeah, we're amazing, but I would actually like to know that we are. So we're very much committed, and we start every single new product. We've just launched the knitwear, the merino wool knitwear. So we start every single thing with how can we do this in the most sustainable way?
Yeah, no, and that is brilliant, and it is a work in progress, but I definitely think that the fact that that has been built into your whole brand right from the beginning, it really gives you more of a head start, because a lot of brands that have been around, and bigger brands that have been around and know they need to make these changes, they can't, because they work with massive production lines, but also with an independent brand, it's so much more expensive to go down the sustainable route.
Yeah.
But and also when we started this journey as well, we realized that right back in the supply chain, they cannot prove to us, even though that they're saying, and it is really difficult to go through that whole process. I mean, our aim is positive luxury as well as B Corp, and that whole process, even though it makes you feel very 100% secure in knowing that you have to give the 100% honest, correct information, it's very difficult when these businesses have been working for years and years, and they are starting to look at policies that they've never have had before.
Yeah.
So I think, in a sense, being an indie brand, we're in a very strong position to be able to go forth. But yet it is very, very much a work in progress.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's interesting you mentioned B Corp, actually, because this afternoon I'm going to Belfast, and I'm continuing the work because we're applying to get B Corp registered as well, and it's one of the standards out there at the moment that feels the best. But actually, when you go through the process, somebody has made the whole thing quite policy led.
Yeah,
like you could, if you chose, arguably say something without actually living it. And I suppose for us, it's all about values, and I think that, in terms of our vision and where we want to see the brand, we want it to be meaningful. We want it to be, inclusive and progressive and responsible, and all of those really important things, but in our way and truthfully, because
absolutely.
it would be very easy to go, yeah, we do that, but we just couldn't do that.
No, and also in this day and age as well, you will be called out. We all would be called out, and that you don't want to be the brand that is called out for saying that you're doing something and you're actually not. So well done in doing that. And I know that you're only 6 years. It's incredible what you've done and what you've produced. So if somebody wants to shop online and have a look at all your range, can you share your website with us?
Yes, simply just Taylor Yates, Taylor, and then Yates is, some people get it wrong, but it's Yates. So tayloryates.com. Everything is
brilliant. And just for those of you that have joined and have just popped on, we are in the last day of our autumn fair. It ends tonight at midnight. Taylor Yates, another Northern Irish brand, has kindly joined us in our autumn fair and offered an exclusive discount for you for their black and white range, which you can view on their website. But if you go to the link in the bio, it will take you to all the information that you need to get to the Taylor Yates website and to access the exclusive discount as well. So talking about Northern Ireland, I'm sure you live in one of the most beautiful areas in Northern Ireland, the North Coast, which everybody will know from the Giant's Causeway, from the Game of Thrones, the Dark Hedges, all that is in the area. And you live in a beautiful, well, your shop is in a beautiful village called Bushmills in the centre of all the hub. So I'm sure that has a great significance in when you are designing your product.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. I mean, it is beautiful, as you say, and I think that, you know, our color palette, and we always talk about our colors are slightly grayed, and some people, you know, maybe their preferences for a slightly brighter color palette, but for us, that's just it. I mean, we see those colors all of the time in terms of the sky and the sea and the, you know, and the beach. It's just beautiful. So very much inspired by, in fact, I think one of the first photographs that we have in our archives is actually of a sunset, and every single color of that sunset is in our collection. And I suppose then we can have some fun with the brighter colors, you know, in the summertime as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's we're very, very lucky. And I think I came here a very long time ago now from originally from Warrington. And yeah, I mean, it's just, we're very lucky.
Yes. So if anybody lives in Northern Ireland and you're taking a little bit of a trip to the North Coast, definitely call into Bushmills and see Karen and Ellen and the team there. And also, we always are getting visitors to Northern Ireland. It's really built up over the last few years and starting to build up again from lockdown. So, you know, I'm sure there is people will join and listen to this live who do visit and travel around Ireland. So definitely go to the very north coast of Ireland and you will be able to come across the Taylor Yates shop. So Karen, thank you so much is there anything else you would like to show us while we're on, or
anything else? What else have I got? Well, actually, maybe I'll just grab a piece of the knitwear actually. And
yes, do.
Actually, so this is the new oh, by my little assistant here. Thanks, now. So this is actually, I'm wearing one of the dresses because that's brand new as well.
Oh, well, you need to stand back a little bit so we can see.
How far back I have to go? Actually, it's like a tube along.
Lovely.
But it's all merino wool. So this is one of the new colours in the slash neck, and they've all got this sort of like little raw edge sleeve, but it's 100% merino, which again, sustainable from a sustainability point of view. Merino has its own antibacterial properties, so we suggest that you wash it, you wear it, you air it, and then you rest it. So you actually don't constantly wash, so it doesn't pill like cashmere. It can keep you cool and warm. It's an amazing yarn actually, and we had to, you know, like, we just had to do so much research to get the right thing, because I love cashmere, but at this point, unless we're using recycled cashmere, it's not really very sustainable, whereas merino is much more in that sort of space. So we have that again in lots of the purple's new, but we have it in as you would expect, blues and greys and creams.
So they work really well with your bags, so the color scheme will work.
Yeah.
So merino, I love a merino wool. I think it's lovely. That and cashmere are probably the two that I would wear. But somebody told me lately that like yourself, you don't need to wash it, but some people pop it in a freezer.
Yes, that's right. Cashmere particularly, it can help help it to not pill as much.
Okay.
But and also the recycled cashmere that's coming through now, actually we're learning more and more about how, you know, there's like debobbling it and fixing it and wearing it, which we eventually will get to that. But the merino itself is straight away is just easier to work with, but also still has that gorgeous luxury feel. So we have two dresses. We have this one, which is a full length, and then we have one that's slightly to the knee with a long sleeve, and they're all made to order. So everything is made. In terms of the knitwear, we have slash neck, V-neck, and a sleeveless. Some of that stock's on the website, but if it isn't there and you want a slightly longer one or a slightly, you know, slightly different fit, then we can make it for you. And they're all they're all handmade in Belfast as well.
And that also is sustainable, just so you're not making them and they're not sitting on your shelf, and then they don't have to go on the sale, etc. So absolutely brilliant in terms of that. So if somebody wants to have a chat with you about sizing, about colors, where can they contact you? Would that be via the website?
Yeah, so the website has a chat, but we also have the phone numbers on the website. So lots of our customers now are WhatsApping. And then if you want like a private appointment then you just message us, and Nari will give you her undivided attention for as long as you need. We do private appointments in store as well. We've actually got a family bringing their mom in for her birthday in a few weeks, and she
Lovely.
getting a whole load of Taylor Yates things for her birthday. So lots of things like that. We're trying that whole thing of the store is very important, but actually being able to invite people in that aren't necessarily going to be able to walk through the door is something we're trying really hard. So this Christmas we're doing a whole campaign over the confidential elf helpline as well. So
Okay.
anybody out there who has a Santa who might be either a little bit reluctant or doesn't know what they want, then get in touch with the elf helpline and we'll see what we can do.
That's absolutely brilliant. But you know, that whole personal shopping type of thing is amazing because you have lots of stuff going on in the shop. You know, you have beautiful items. And for the fact that somebody can come in and have your undivided attention to shop is incredible. And they can pick up lovely little gifts there as well for themselves, of course, and for other people. So absolutely brilliant. So what I'll do is I'll put as much information on the post when I post this video as possible, but then people can go directly to yourself and make contact and definitely get help with their shopping. And everybody loves a gift from Ireland. They really do. So anywhere across the world, this can be shipped to you, especially the US. We know the US love the Irish and will love to have a gift that comes from Bushmills. So definitely, thank you so much, Karen, for joining. Send my love to Ellen and tell her, hope she gets well really soon. And congratulations on your awards, by the way. I know you guys picked up some awards lately, and she specifically is doing extremely well with her awards as a young entrepreneur. So I know she has a lot of input into the business as well. So congratulations to you both, and definitely I'll put all the information in the live when I post this, but for you guys to let you know that tonight is the last night that you can shop on our Stories Autumn Fair. Midnight tonight, I'm afraid the fair will close, but if you want to contact Karen at Taylor Yates and ask about the beautiful leather bags and the new merino range, please do get in contact with her directly as well. Or if you need us to send you anything, we will send you any links that you need. So thank you all for joining, and thank you, Karen, so much for taking the time. Just wishing you well for over the Christmas season. I'm sure we will see each other at some point. But hopefully it'll all go well for the Christmas season for you.
Yes, I hope the same to you as well. It's always that busy time of year. It's crazy, but yeah, thank you very much for including us. It's been really good fun, and
brilliant, lovely. Listen, have a lovely day, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you,
everybody, for joining. Bye bye.